Hey everyone, welcome back to NerdDumb's poll list for the week of December 20th, 2023. The year is almost over, and yet we have only just begun. Hope you're having an amazing week this week. Pretty large poll list this week. We got a lot of different stuff going on, and kind of excited to dive into a lot of them this weekend. Hopefully, we'll see. With an extra day off, hopefully we'll get some in. Looks like we got we got some sci-fi, we got some Western, and we got a little bit of cape stories as well. It's a little rainy out here in California. If you hear it, maybe it's a little bit of soothing ASMR. And I did protect the comic books getting back into the house. So without further ado, let's get into what I pulled this week. The bag. We also have a special package delivered. What is it? We'll see at the end. So the first book we picked up this week was the continuation of the Batman Santa Claus story. Next week is the final issue. I wish they timed it a little bit better to land the finisher right next to Christmas. That would have been cool. But maybe the story takes place a little bit after Christmas, so maybe it's timed perfectly. But we have issue 3 of Batman and Santa Claus, Silent Night. So I actually haven't read any of these yet. I wanted to get the full story right before Christmas, and then I was going to dive in. So we're just getting this one just to have it for now, and then we'll dive in once we finish those out. Once we finish out the holiday, once the story is finished. And I'm actually kind of excited to have a little bit of holiday Batman-ness, so I'm ready for that one. All right, next on the pull list is Daredevil Black Armor, issue 2. Daredevil Black Armor issue 2. We got the Hobgoblin and Sabretooth on the cover. Definitely digging the first issue of this book, and really excited to have these villains come into the story. Looks like we got a little bit of Spider-Man action as well in here. So I'm really digging the Daredevil series in general right now. The mainline Daredevil is really good. I caught up on issue 4. If you missed that one, feel free to watch that video here. But I really am liking the street level Marvel stuff that's going on right now with Daredevil, at least. I know there's something called Gang War that's starting. I think it's in the Spider-Man books. I don't know if I'm getting into that. I know the other Daredevil line with Elektra as Daredevil also is getting into that. So if you're reading that one, let me know how it is. All right, next up, we have Geiger Ground Zero, issue 2. So this is the second issue in the Geiger Ground Zero story. I do believe next month they're going to do a Ghost Machine crossover with all their characters. And this is what Jeff Johns and his other partners with Ghost Machine have been working on. It is an independent book series, independent label within Image. So with like its own universe within Image, I believe. So really excited to hop into this one. The quality of the book on this one is actually very, very well done. I would put it on par, especially with the Gunslinger series that I'm picking up with Spawn. So again, you can definitely tell the quality of book that they're putting out, and for only $4, you're getting this versus Marvel's $5. Just the quality of the book that they're putting out. So that was Geiger Ground Zero, issue 2. All right, next up, I am super stoked to get into this one because I really liked the part 1 of this one. This one's, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. It's very dark. This is the Deviant, issue 2. The Deviant, issue 2. We're really going holiday themed this week since Christmas is on Monday, and I won't be making probably another video until, oh, maybe we're gonna watch Rebel Moon. Keep an eye out for that review. But yeah, this one's Tinian the Fourth, and very interesting story talking about deviancy in society and human deviance, and also a serial killer that kind of looks like Santa Claus. So really, really excited to hop into this one. Very, very dark story. Okay, next one. I just finished reading issue 1 just so I could catch up with this series. And this is written by Scott Snyder. This is the Canary, issue 2. This is Canary, issue 2, not the Canary. This one's by Dark Horse. Again, it's Scott Snyder and Panosian. Very, very good book. If you like a little bit of, it's like serial killer with paranormal with Western crime. So if you like any of that stuff, I highly suggest this book. Again, with the quality, Dark Horse is doing a great job with the print on this one. And of course, the story, the art on the inside. I really do like I mean, I'll go into the review after this, but the art on the inside is very impressive what they're doing here. So that is Canary, issue 2, just came out this week. Really love it. Really, really love it. And when I was talking to the comic book store workers, they actually suggested another Western series. And so they turned me on to this one, and that's what I pulled this week. It's a little old. I do believe it came out during the summer, but I was able to get this one half off with their sale. And if I dig it, I may go back. This book is, I do believe it was just $2. So this is the Enfield Gang Massacre, issue number 1. The Enfield Gang Massacre. And this is written by Chris Condon, Jacob Phillips, and it's from That Texas Blood. So this was highly recommended from them if I liked Westerns. And you can tell the style of that. Look at the cover. I haven't gotten into the art on the inside. The cover is really going after that Clint Eastwood spaghetti Western 70s type feel, especially with the type on the front as well. Very 70s spaghetti Western. So really hyped into this. This is the Enfield Gang Massacre, issue number 1. Really stoked to hop into this one. It's a lighter book. So this is actually done by Image. So you can see that in the top right corner. It's an Image book. So I'm really happy that they're putting out stuff like this. Really excited to hop into that. And finally, out of my normal pull list, today I got Lotus Land from Boom Studios, issue number 2. Now, if you missed my review on this one's a very interesting story about a father with some special powers in the future, basically having to solve a crime, but he has to solve a crime for his son. And it's like a futuristic, almost like a dystopia, but this father, he lives outside of the city because his son has some type of powers that are actually super important. So this is Darcy Van Polgeest, Ciao Felipe, and Patricio Del Pesce. This is really just an exercise to see if I can say names. But that is Lotus Land number 2 from Boom Studios. Now, I did do a little bit of extra pulling recently. I heard a couple of glowing reviews from this series. So with the sale that was happening at my local store, I went on a little scavenger hunt and was looking around for this one. So let me show you what I grabbed. Another bag. Comics. Okay, so what I hopped into was the current and new Green Lantern run. So I heard a glowing review from someone online and from my buddy, and this is one of his current pulls as well. So I've always wanted to hop in on a Green Lantern story. I have Blackest Night, I read that one, the graphic novel, but I've never really hopped in on the ground floor on a Green Lantern story. I did hear some good stories about the last year's Green Lantern with Sojourner. So let me know down in the comments if you like Sojourner, if that's her name, I forgot. But I was hearing good things, and I did read the first issue of that on DC Unlimited. Let me show you the copies of the Green Lantern that I got. So this is written by Adams, Johnson, Zermanko, Montos, Farajo Jr., and Lucas. This is actually cover, I believe it's cover B. Very cool. You have Sinestro. I believe this is cover B. I could be wrong. So this is Green Lantern issue 1. And then we got issue 2, which is another variant cover. Another variant cover. Very cool. And then we have issue... Oh my god, they're all out of order, dude. I think it's because I had to grab them separately like this. So then we have issue 3. Very cool. Sinestro will pay. And then we have issue 4, which co-stars The Flash and a jet plane. Brave, bold, and back together. And then this is all the Dawn of DC stuff. And then we have issue 5, Rage of the Red. Very cool. And then finally, I do believe this came out last week or the week before. This is Green Lantern issue number 6, A Battle of Wills. A secret revealed. So again, this is Adams, Germanico, Godolsky, and Farajo Jr. So really excited to hop into a Green Lantern story, and I'm hearing great things from my buddy and people online. So if you have a favorite Green Lantern story, let me know. Let me know down in the comments which one it is. Which trade can we pick up in the future? Because our library needs to be bigger. And finally, that is a coat hanger. What's in the box? Let's open it up. This is turning into an opening, huh? That's a clue. Can I do this safely? We'll see. No. Cut away from yourself. Cut away from yourself. Cut away from yourself. Cut away from yourself. It is open. What do we have? Haha. I don't even remember what I got. So this is out of here. That was a box. This is what's inside the box. So we have a shirt. Haha. Another shirt to wear. Heck yeah. Very cool. We have an Alpha Core shirt from Rippaverse. Super stoked about this one. The print looks great. Look at that print. Wow. That looks fantastic. What a great print. That's great. And then of course we have Alpha Core issue 1. I believe this is just the A cover. Alpha Core issue 1 by Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett. So awesome. I have it finally. We need to do a Rippaverse entire read. So stoked about that. Very excited for this. Just hearing good things, and also I can't wait to see, you know, an independent creator make a whole universe off of it. So, hey, knife safety. So this one's going a little bit longer than usual. I could talk about some reviews. So let me grab this. I didn't do a pick of the week. Oh no. You know what? My pick of the week is a surprise, honestly. I thought it was gonna be, you know, the Deviant or Daredevil, but my pick of the week is honestly Canary. I don't know what it is. My pick of the week is Canary issue 2. So if you're able to find Canary issue 1, issue 2, if you like westerns, if you like mystery, that kind of thing, I would suggest picking this one up. Yeah, that's my pick of the week. I'm super stoked about that one. I was very excited reading that one. Last week, I was able to read finally what we picked last week. So of course we read Batman, City of Madness, issue 2 by Christian Ward. Again, the art with this book is fantastic. Christian Ward, you are really, truly, really gifted. I saw that he posted online that he's launching a new story, and it's a ghost paranormal story. I think that's going to fit perfectly with his aesthetic, and really stoked to support him in that regard. Spoilers. The story-wise of City of Madness, I kind of feel like it is a mixture of, and I don't know if this is an original idea from Jordan Peele, but like Us, how there's a parallel world tied together to these people. And then it's also mixing kind of like old gods, Cthulhu, that kind of thing, you know, Lovecraftian, H.P. Lovecraft stuff. So it's kind of a blend between Us and Lovecraft. And I kind of got lost with that, thinking that was too close to Us, really. But at the same time, I'm digging it, and the art is really carrying me. And the Batman below is really, really cool. And also the Three-Face, the Two-Face, which is instead of cut like this Two-Face, it's cut like this Two-Face. So it's like a mirror image between them all, and he's able to connect with this other Two-Face in the world below. I can't give Read of the Week also to Canary, so I will give Read of the Week to Christian Ward's Batman, City of Madness. Great book. I think I'm going to continue with the final copy, the final book, which is coming out next month. So super stoked for that. Can't wait to read that. What else did we read over the weekend? We read Canary issue 1. So you kind of heard a little bit about that. I did really dig Canary issue number 1. It kept me entertained the whole time, really kept me guessing, and it's a messed up world. It really is a messed up world. It's a country western. It's about a lawman who is very famous, and he comes to this town. There is a little bit of his past coming to haunt him. It's like a past person that he killed, and he's very famous because of all these 10-cent books that people keep reading about him. And he has a very famous face mask, which you see on the cover. His face mask. So it's a very famous face mask that he has. But really digging that book, and I really can't wait to dive into book 2 right here. But really great story, and I can't give any more of a glowing review than that. If you dig westerns, if you dig mystery, paranormal, that kind of thing, I would definitely suggest Canary. It's also a very high quality book as well. What else did we read this week? Oh, Haunted Girl. So yeah, I read Haunted Girl issues 2 and 3, and I do believe it is just a 4-part series, so I'm definitely going to just pick up the 4th book. I'm not sure if the story is going where I expected it to. I expect it to be a little bit more scary than what it is. I feel like it is perfect for a young adult, so a teenager. It still has those horror elements that keeps it edgy, and also it has, you know, talks about psychology, suicide ideation, that kind of thing, which would be important for a young adult to be reading. It probably isn't scary enough for me to really giving a glowing review. I do think the subject matter is cool. Yeah, if they're into that kind of, you know, stuff and they're in that age range of young adult, I think it would work really well with them. I just think I wanted a little bit more of a scary story and to be messing with her a little bit more than what it is. So I still think it's a great story, and the father-daughter team-up writing it is very cool to see, and it's awesome to have a project with a family that's involved in it. So I know it's very near and dear to their hearts, and it is a good book. The quality of it is very good, and the art's awesome. It just isn't going where I thought it was going to go. I mean, did I read anything else from last week? What was last week? Oh, Moon Knight. Spoilers. So Mark Spector is dead on Moon Knight. I have not read any other copies of Moon Knight until now. I just grabbed 30 because it was a key. But I will be hopping on to Vengeance of the Moon Knight. I do believe it is next month. So really hoping to hop onto that and get involved into the Moon Knight story. But I mean, it was the art and the writing is all fantastic inside of Moon Knight number 30. So if you've been following up till now, I'm sure you'll appreciate the ending. But I'm not attached to it. And yeah, that's all I read last week. So not too much. We did pull a lot of books this week. Our reviews were a little bit shorter. But again, our read of the week goes to Batman, City of Madness, Book 2 by Christian Ward. And our pick of the week is Canary, Issue 2 by Scott Snyder. Let me know down in the comments below what you're picking up this week, what you're reading, and what you're interested in. If you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. Also, hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button. Really does help me out with the algorithms. Also, feel free to share with your friends if you're in the comic book spaces. Let me know again what you're reading. Comment down below. And hope you all have a great week and Merry Christmas. And we'll see you next week on the pull list.